What's happening, everybody? It's Dark Shard, the YouTube Assassin, and I'm just here playing a couple of games. Uh, Playing some Odyssey, just to see how we're doing. Decided to start a new file, just to see if I could gain some extras and whatnot. Blue tears on the sea, there's nothing there. Bounty on a mercenary. This character's way too just way too inexperienced to actually do anything like that. Starting all over, just for the heck of it. What's happening? What music were you listening to? See, I gotta talk to this person up here. This is actually gonna be funny. I started all the way from the beginning just for the heck of it. Just on a different file. Just to see if I could get this going. 24.
I picked up your message on the board. What's happening?
The war has brought this city to ruin. My earrings from this week were stolen in the night.
That's not surprising.
I'm sure the drachmi was taken by city bandits. Their leader urges them to prey on the Etera. He thinks we're defenseless.
And you want me to kill you?
Yep, I'm on PS4 right now. PS4, it has basically the easiest options for me to like record and broadcast and everything like that. I do actually enjoy playing on my Xbox. I enjoy playing on my Nintendo Switch. But for some reason, I don't know what it is, that PlayStation just has like the easier options for that. Hey, what's happening? How's everyone feeling about the whole Kappa thing? Like, I'm slightly worried, but not worried enough where, like, I think, like, you know, I'm gonna have problems personally with the channel. What's happening, Slayer? But I do think that it is gonna cause some problems. Sadly. Oh man, this is gonna be like a challenge because I'm so used to being OP, and now I'm like just P. Well, yeah, I do have it where like it's not for kids and whatnot, but you know, it's such a gray area that they might say, hey, you playing video games. And in the video games that you're playing, like, you know, kids play video games. So they might cause me some trouble. I'm hoping not.
Earned a reward, I think.
I honestly would think that it wouldn't matter either, honestly. Especially since these games, that's why, like, if any of you have noticed, I've started putting disclaimers in the beginning of all my videos, letting you know that, you know, these games are rated M, they're not for kids, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, Ryan Toys reviews, that's gonna be crazy. They're, wow, man, that kid makes a lot of money. That kid makes like freaking 22 million a month, or made 22 million a month. That's gonna like suck for them. Or people that are like Minecraft gamers, that's gonna suck. Minecraft gamers would, you know, like you, I mean, you see their tutorials for like everything, like, you know, That's going to be crazy. The same thing with Roblox. Yeah, Ryan Toy Reviews, he made some big money. It was really messed up.
You're back. Have you...
Happy to help.
Yeah, Roblox, they're gonna have a problem, which, I mean, that sucks, like, for people that do that. It sucks for people that, like, in all honesty, I actually play, or I watch, you know, like, any YouTuber says that they don't watch other YouTubers, they're full of it. You know, like, we all watch other YouTubers and whatnot. And, I think that, you know, like, a couple of other, like, YouTubers, like, there's one that is, I watch called Toy Galaxy, and they actually deal with, like, nostalgic toys and cartoons and comics from when, you know, like, I was a kid, you know, like, stuff from, like, the 80s and whatnot. And, you know, like, to me, that's nostalgia. That's not exactly, like, toys, you know? So for them to, like, take a hit like that's kind of messed up. What's happening, Howard? Hey, welcome to your first stream. I'm hoping to stream a lot more often, and both here and on Twitch. And, you know, especially with everything that's going on here with Kappa. Like, that's getting crazy. I know a couple of people who are actually closing up shop completely. They're completely, like, deleting all their videos, deleting their channel, and they're just leaving. They're trying to find some other medium to go with, which is just tough. It's like crazy. Well, the thing is that, like, what the FTC has to understand is that there's a lot of gray area, and they really didn't do, like, a really good job of presenting exactly what's what. Really? Retro ditched YouTube all the way? Wow. That's crazy. See, like, I'm worried about people like that. Like, this is crazy. Well, you know what, Band? According to what the FTC says, like, they would consider this because it's, you know, like video games, and obviously kids play video games, but they're not looking at the bigger picture that, like, you know, there's an ESRB, and kids are really not supposed to be playing this game. Like, you know, Little Strider isn't anywhere near 17 or older. And if he was to go and, you know, like, make this purchase, like, buy Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is rated M, or Death Stranding, or Days Gone, all games rated M. If he were to go to, like, Walmart, say, and pick it up and make that purchase, they are supposed to turn him down. They are not supposed to sell it to him. Now, as a parent, if I found that he had that, I could turn around and sue Walmart or whatever, because they're basically, like, selling him a game that is not something that, you know, like, he is supposed to be playing. And yeah, it is kind of rough. They are kind of ruining lives. There are a lot of companies and users and streamers and YouTubers that are, like, really, like, losing their stuff, and rightly so, you know. I keep advising everybody I know, like, you know, just, first of all, make sure you do comply with COPPA. Secondly, and to answer your question, Howard, COPPA is this Children's Online Protection Act, which, you know, we're not supposed to target children in our entertainment for, like, you know, like ads and stuff like that. We're not supposed to do that so that, you know, that way they don't sell ads to kids, you know? Yeah, believe it or not, I'm a full-time YouTuber, and that, you know, that, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be hurt, honestly. That does not mean that I am not complying. I'm making sure I'm complying. And, you know, I'm putting those disclaimers at the beginning of all my videos so that way, you know, people know my content is not for children. And, you know, like I want everybody to be aware, all my fellow YouTubers, friends and everything. I want them to know that, you know, they should also comply. You know, don't play games. I don't think they're going to come after, you know, like YouTubers like me. With like a little over 10,000 subs, I think they're going to want to make an example of like PewDiePie or, you know, like even friggin' one of the Logans that, you know, really believes that they cater to children, you know? Like, those channels are the channels they're really going to go after. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to come after a channel like mine if I don't comply, so... It's really a catch-22. Well, that's the thing. They're not enforcing the ratings. They're trying to figure out what they want to do as far as like it goes. It's not just video games. It's everything. It's like if you have a channel where you know like you talk about old Transformers, you know, like those guys are going to be out of business and stuff. Yeah, friggin', that's what I'm talking about. Like, PewDiePie, you know, he's got a lot to lose, because he goes and he says he's the captain of the 9-year-old army, you know? So with an endorsement like that, he's got some problems. He's got an uphill battle. So people like that, you know, like, they really, I mean, they got to figure out what they're going to do. I keep forgetting I'm not OP with this file. You know, like I said, I don't feel like I have to worry because, you know, like, I know what I know what all my fans are. You know, I know that, like, I have statistics that YouTube gives me, so I know like most of the people that watch me are like from 17, the two biggest, like 20 to 30% in each category, 17 all the way to like 35, and it's like 17 I think to like 25 is one category, and then like 26 to 30 something or 35 is the other category, and that's most of my my base. It's like a couple of like guys that are like, you know, 17 and up or 13 to 17, but mostly, you know, that's what my fan base is. So if it's like, you know, anyone that's 13 and under, you know, they'd have to like leave both, you know, like my channel, my streams, they'd have to leave everything. Especially if they like, you know, like let it be known that they're, you know, like under 13, then like I could get in trouble, which is crazy. Yeah, it doesn't matter your religion or anything like that. What matters is your age. If you're under 13 and you're in my stream or you're like, you know, on my thing or anything like that, I could get in trouble. That's what they look at. Yeah, you can't create an account without being 13 years of age, which is true, but they don't want, you know, kids watching the content. They don't want kids on this platform. So the thing is that, you know, like if you are letting your kids, you know, like watch with your account, I would think that that's like an admission that you're okay with your kid, you know, like seeing whatever. But if not, you know, like it gets like really crazy. You know, it's such a pain. I know somebody had said on one of my things that they'd been playing Assassin's Creed since they were 7, And again, like the FTC is not looking at that. The FTC is looking at your age. If you are 13 years or younger, regardless of whether or not, you know, like you think that they'll find out or not, like this live stream is on YouTube right now. If they want, they could do a sweep, see this stream, and if they see that there's 13-year-olds on my stream, you know, I could get in trouble, even though I don't even know that they're 13. No, it's actually not taking a right from anybody, honestly, because they're trying to protect the youth, which, I mean, that's a good thing, you know, like, you don't want YouTube collecting data on you, you know, like if you're underage and trying to sell stuff to you. But, you know, like if you're older and whatnot, you know, then it's fine. But if you're under 13, you know, like YouTube was actually using cookies. And in a way, it's not really bad because, I mean, if you're under 13 and you're watching videos and a Jack Daniels commercial comes up or something for liquor or something, which I've seen on a bunch of my videos. I've seen ads for liquor. I've seen ads for, what do you call it, for like car insurance and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, you know, like a lot of people, I've been playing games since like I was younger and whatnot. Lil Strider's been playing games since he was younger. You know, as a parent, you're allowed to, you know, like, allow your child to play whatever games you want. You know, like, it's your responsibility at that point. No, they can't sue TV at all. They really, you know, because it's the FCC deals with TV. You know, FTC deals with trading and advertisements and stuff. So that's part of the reason that like a lot of YouTubers are having problems and why so many of them are actually leaving YouTube. Because they're scared. They don't want, you know, to get in trouble. Like right now, let's say I've got 13 people watching right now. Let's say 5 of them are under the age of 13 and the FTC finds out about it. I could be charged up to $42,000 per person under 13 who's on my stream, even though I have no control over that. But like if you admit to being under 13, I would have to kick you straight off of my stream. So, you know, that's one of those things. If you tell me you're like, you know, like 12, if you tell me you're 10, you're 8, whatever, I'd have to kick you out, I'd have to like shadow ban you, you know, just to protect myself, or I get fined a massive amount of cash. So that's why like some YouTubers are even being careful with their streaming. No, they're really not paying attention to like the correct problem, honestly. The thing is that you got to understand, first of all, you know, there are parents that will, okay, so you're safe. Yeah, I'm safe, being that you're 15. You know, like there are people who... What's up, Karen? Oh, new to the channel. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for joining us. You're gonna have a good time. We were actually discussing Kappa. Because a lot of people, you know, like people are actually really worried. They're like, you know, Darkstrider, are you going anywhere? Where are you going? Are you okay? Listen, Darkstrider's gonna be fine. Darkstrider's gonna do everything in his power to do the correct thing, obviously. You know, gonna protect the children's, gonna comply, and you know, gonna do like what I can to like stay on, you know, like I don't want to go nowhere. And I don't feel that my content is something where like I will go somewhere. And I keep telling, like, my advice to everybody is, first of all, make sure you do comply. Definitely make sure you comply. Do the right thing. And, you know, like, after you comply, you know, like, do a couple of other things to, like, protect yourself. Like, make sure that, like, I've been putting the, those things in the beginning of my videos now, those statements. So that way, you know, like hopefully I protect myself where it's like, hey, listen, you know, if you're under 13, you're not even supposed to be watching this. Please leave, you know? And hopefully that's enough for COPPA. But, like, COPPA really, there's a lot of gray areas, like, especially when it comes to channels that do, you know, like Roblox or Minecraft. I deleted a bunch of videos that had me and my son on it because, you know, one of the things they're saying is, like, child actors. If it's a child actor, you know, like, it can't be on your channel. It entices kids. If it's a video game like, you know, Minecraft, that's enticing the children, which really it's not, because if you think about it, like, all ages play Minecraft. Some of the things that they do are, like, really stupid, or that they say are, like, really dumb, like, what do you call it? There's a section where it says, certain language is, you know, like, impressionable to kids or something, or it's, like, favorable to children, like certain slang. And it's slang from, like, the 1990s. It's kind of wild. So, hey, listen, you know what? If you are a YouTube channel, make sure you comply. That's all. If you're not a YouTube channel and you're watching your favorite YouTubers, just, you know, make sure that you respect their wishes, because they don't want to get in trouble. None of us do. None of us want to go anywhere. None of us want to pay a fine. Oh, yeah, you know what? A lot of people are so upset. I still get like a lot of people asking me. They're DMing me on, like, Instagram and everything. Somebody actually just DM'd me today on Instagram and said they sent a picture of Dave Chappelle as, like, the crackhead, and they were like, "You got any more of those XP glitches?" And you know, like, I feel bad. Like, I want to give you guys more of those XP glitches. We keep looking for them. A bunch of people, like, honestly send us all kinds of, oh, if I don't pay it, I go to jail. That's all. It's that simple. If I don't pay it, I go to jail. They'll be like, okay, don't pay it. Here's jail. Enjoy your, you know, like, 10 to 20 years. But yeah, a lot of people are, they do want the XP glitches. You know, like, a lot of people send it into us. That's basically, like, one of the main sources. Like, a lot of you guys, when I'm doing these things, quick drac me, other than the wall run. Honestly, no. That's probably going to be the easiest thing. I'm so mad, too, because, like, back in the day, I had so many XP and drac me glitches and everything. And there was this one person who, like, every time I was coming up with, like, a brand new glitch when I found one, he would, like, shout me out, basically, and, like, you know, right away, Ubisoft figured, oh, he's going to come out with a glitch, let's look for it. They would find it. No, you see, COPPA can't go after places like Hulu. COPPA could go after, the FTC could actually go after anything that deals with, like, us creating ad space. If we're, like, you know, Twitch, YouTube, certain things like that, they're saying Patreon they can't. Because Patreon, you would actually be paying all kinds of, like, money. And that's actually one of the things that people are talking about right now, is a lot of YouTubers are getting ready to actually just go onto Patreon. And sadly, it would be like you guys would have to pay, like, a subscription fee per month to see our content. You know? Yeah, the bow glitch is patched. They patched so many things.
I wasn't expecting this.
So aggravating. And honestly, like, some YouTubers, they feel like, you know, if they do have to go to Patreon, they'll set it up so that, like, if let's say a fifth of my subscription base paid $1, that would be $2,000 a month that they would be paying through Patreon. And that would mean that, like, you know, like I could, you know, I'd probably still have to find like a 9-to-5 job, but like it's still survivable, you know, $2,000 a month in my area, but, you know, not really. Now, if all 10,000 plus subs paid $1 to watch my stuff, then, I mean, $10,000 a month is not bad, you know, but it's not about the money, it's about, like, the expense, honestly. People who actually left, you know, their 9-to-5s to pursue, like, you know, careers in YouTube, they're the ones that are going to have, like, the most problem, you know? Next comes anybody who, honestly, like, a lot of this stuff, I don't get, like, a lot of free stuff. Everything, all the games that, like, I show you, I buy, so, you know, what I make off of YouTube usually goes to that. The money that I get, you know, like in ad revenue, or sometimes you guys even, when you guys donate, those donations actually go to, like, the games and things like that, so, you know, that's going to be, like, a big hit if I have to go onto a platform like Patreon, you know? I do have a Patreon. Every once in a while, people, like, support me, but then, like, you know, drop off. And, you know, like, you could pay, like, $1 a month or whatever. You know, it does help. You know, there are a lot of outside things that do help, but, you know, as an option, because Patreon is not regulated, because it's not exactly, and there are no commercials, it isn't exactly created with the intention to actually sell things to anybody. You know, that's an option that a bunch of YouTubers are going with. Yeah, no, they can't sue Burger King. They could sue Burger King if Burger King was making child-specific ads, I would think. I would think. It's all kinds of, like, crazy stuff that's going on. It's a wild time in YouTube. I don't think that some people are taking it serious enough, and some people are taking it a little too seriously. Yeah, child actors you can't have, so unfortunately you're not going to see any more of Lil Strider in my streams or, you know, in my videos and everything, which is sad because, you know, he's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's really not YouTube that's killing the channels, it's the FTC. But there is some hope because the more that all of us at YouTube, the more that we're putting it out there and speaking about it, the more the FTC is paying attention. They don't want to see people, you know, like, lose their livelihoods over this. And they don't want to see people, you know, like, leaving the forum. You know, YouTube really doesn't want to see people, like, leaving YouTube. You know, there's no point in them making money selling advertising space if there are no people to sell the advertising space on. So, you know, that becomes problematic. If I am trying to purchase advertising space, if my company, you know, wants to, you know, like, sell, like, a mobile game or something like that, they're going to want to put it on, like, this channel. They're going to want to put it on Dark Strider. They're not going to want to put it on something that has nothing to do with video games, where people are not going to see it. So, you know, it's problematic for everybody, honestly. A lot of YouTubers are doing that. You know, if that's what they got to do to survive, you know, more power to them, and I wish them luck, honestly. I don't want to see a lot of people leaving YouTube. You know, I feel like we could actually make this. We could, you know, survive this, but we got to be smart. We got to do the right thing. Oh, yeah, I feel terrible for him, honestly. I really, you know, like, and it's funny because, like, so many other gaming channels, especially smaller ones, are just disappearing. Little Strider is not old enough to be on the thing, sadly. He is very much older, though. This is you know, this is going to be a pain though for like a lot of people. A lot of people are going to lose a lot when it comes to YouTube, which sucks, you know. Again, I don't want to see anybody leave the platform, but people are going to do what they got to do to survive. You know, like, I feel sad for people that you know, do like toys and stuff like that, like nostalgic toys, collections, you know. Baby Shark. I don't know if I could do the boar at my level. I'll try. Maybe I could. I could probably bring out a bunch of the other guys and do it that way. Oh yeah, so this is the tools that if you are a YouTuber, there is a thing called YouTube Studio, and yeah, Guardian, you don't plan on. It's scary. So we do have the YouTube Studio app, which allows us to basically see what our you know, like audience is and whatnot. So in my case, it shows like, you know, like some pretty wild stats. It shows that 95.2% of my audience is male, and only 4.8% is female. So women, ladies, come on, you gotta boost those numbers, girls. I want to see more girls watching my stuff. And then we have 13 to 17. I've only got 4% of my subscriber base is 13 to 17%, or 13 to 17 years of age. 18 to 24 is 32.4%. So that's a huge chunk. And then 25 to 34 in age, that's 35.2%. That's the most people in my audience are aged 25 to 34. 35 to 44 is 18.7%. 45 to 54 is 7.3%. And then like 55 to 65, it's like 2 point something percent. Yeah, I know a lot of women gamers are on Twitch just because that's like a massive forum for them.
My father used to say, when meat blinds you, seek God.
Your father was a man of the sea?
The thing is that like women that are gaming on Twitch, I feel bad for, because like I see so many of them, you know, like you could see them, they dress comfortably, you know, and they're taking heat from like all kinds of other gamers, male and female. You know, oh, I can't survive on Twitch because you're a girl and, you know, you're showing off your assets or whatever. It's kind of crazy.
We're at maximum speed!
Yeah, I don't want to see anybody lose their channel. That's the thing. That's what burns me, you know? If you have a channel, definitely 10. I just gotta kill 10 of them. If you have a channel, definitely comply. Make sure you do. Don't think that, you know, it's just gonna pass, because it's not. Definitely make sure you do that. If you have like your favorite YouTubers, you know, like try to see what you could do to help. Go to the FTC website and say something. Don't, you know, drop a bunch of F-bombs and tell them they're idiots or anything like that. Like, you know, give them like a long thought out thing. Like, you know, hey, some of these channels are for like families, not just for, you know, like children or whatever. You know, I like to watch Toy Galaxy with my son. We enjoy it, you know, like he sees a lot of the stuff from when I was a kid. As far as toys and cartoons and everything, it gets him interested. But, you know, it's not like they're purposely, you know, like targeting him or anything like that. Oh man, I'm like dying. I forgot. Like, I'm not OP like I was. Oh yeah, normally you could do it there, or you could even do it in the arena. Conquest or the arena. I mean, you could farm boats and stuff like that. It's probably the most effective way to farm materials is destroying boats and then aside from destroying boats, taking out their gear and everything like that, you know, like maybe like boarding and stuff like that, but it's not going to be enough, honestly. In order to really gain some experience in it and whatnot, or some money, you gotta like go out. Oh, if you find bows for some reason, bows are big money. I don't know why they sell for so much. That's the crazy thing. Oh yeah, see, now that's not fair. You see what I'm saying, Guardian? Like that kind of thing. I mean, they make their living off of that stuff. You know, that's, to me, that's family friendly. That's something for all ages. That's not, you know, geared towards kids, you know? I'm sorry, but like a pregnancy is not geared towards kids. But it's really sad that, you know, like they would have to deal with something like that. It's not fair. It really isn't. And I really hope, you know, like people like that they come out of this okay. When you know, like when Kappa, that's one of the things, like there is a Roblox gamer who's actually gonna meet with one of the commissioners in Washington DC and talk about like the hardship that he's gonna face over this whole Kappa thing. And you know, like that's good. That's why, like, I encourage everybody. Number one, if you have a channel, make sure you do your thing. Make sure you identify. Number two, make sure you have, you know, all kinds of defenses. Like one of my things is, you know, like these games are rated T and M. You know, so kids are not supposed to be watching it. Not only is this a fresh save, this is a fresh account. I made a second account just so that I could play this, and everything is brand new. So I've got no abilities, no XP glitch, no money, no nothing, no weapons worth a damn. And I'm here doing what I can just to survive and whatnot. Did any of you guys watch the video where I was talking about Assassin's Creed Ragnarok coming out in February? Which is like a rumor right now. I mean, it's not solid, but a lot of people are talking about it. A developer actually said from Ubisoft that, oh yeah, these streams will definitely be uploaded to YouTube after I end them. They're always updated. I'm gonna try to put them in their own playlist too.
I think we're out of danger.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't shoot more arrows. It shoots kind of nothing. It just does. I gotta see, you know, like as I level up, if it does anything else.
Slow it down!
That would be wild. You know what I really want for, and you know what? I think that it's actually genius that, excuse me, I think it's genius that they would go with a solid male character rather than like two different characters. Not that I wouldn't have played it if it was a female character. I definitely would have. But my thing is that the whole thing in Odyssey with the DNA, that made no sense. In fact, I'm going to be putting out a video about like a lot of things in Odyssey that really made no sense. And I have this insane theory as to why Odyssey makes no sense. And like when you guys see this, it's really going to be mind-boggling, trust me. I've been thinking about this for like months, and like I was blown away when like I finally came up with like the idea and everything. Like I think I know what's going on, and I think I know what's going to happen in Ragnarok. Yeah, they did have to come up with a justifiable way to get two characters, but you know, that's why, like I always say, that it was a missed opportunity. They should have given us two sides of a coin. Imagine if we were playing as Cassandra, who is the canonical character, and then when we were done with her, we played as Alexios, and we discovered how he grew up with the cult and everything like that. That would have been crazy. Well, yeah, you know, I gotta agree with that. You know, that's kind of like wild. If they really wanted to go with historical value, and this is one of my arguments with people who say that, you know, they would prefer if the present day was removed from the game. You know, they say, oh, I only play, you know, like Assassin's Creed for the history. I don't play it for this, for that, the other thing. If you're playing it for the history, then you're playing it all wrong. You know? And I'm the guy who always says there's no wrong way to play the game. Like, in that case, you are playing it wrong because that is not historically accurate. So what are you doing? You know? You're playing it because it's a fun game. You're not playing it for history. Otherwise, you know, you're learning some really messed up history. You're learning history that, you know, like we would probably say if we were, like, having a drinking game. I would think that there would be, like, a woman, you know, like, who was a Spartan running around and murdering people and stuff like that. I mean, if they were going to go in depth, they would at least say that, like, you know, she disguised herself as, like, a dude, like Mulan or something like that. But, the one thing that they should have done was, you know, give us one character, then give us the other character, and their side of the story. That would have made more sense. Or they could have done like the Fry twins, where, you know, you play one, you play the other. Same thing with, you know, they did it in Origins. You had missions with Aya, but they were separate missions. They weren't missions that, you know, like really had to do with Bayek and the main story.